welcome to the BoshNRoll channel. If you want to support my daily Eternal Magic offerings while getting amazing perks like the BoshNRoll Discord community, have me play your deck on the channel, or listen sideboard guides before tournaments, check out the Patreon or YouTube membership program. This channel is possible because of these amazing sponsors. Check them out, all their links are in the video description. As always, thanks for being here. Let's go play some Magic.
Welcome back to the BoshNRoll channel. Today I'm playing Pauper at the request of Patreon subscriber Stefan, and this is Grixis Affinity. I am recording this on December 13th. On December 16th, there is a ban update that will affect most of the formats that I play regularly, and I'm hoping that Pauper is a safe thing to just kind of put in the bank for a little while and release down the road. I might be playing with fire here because the artifact land bridges have been in discussion for banning basically since they were printed. Many things have been banned out of the original artifact land affinity shell over the years. I've been busy playing and testing for Eternal Weekend for the last 2.5 months, so I'm pretty out of touch with Pauper, I'm going to be honest. And I hope this one is still relevant when it goes live. That said, I actually find these decks fascinating. What the bridges have done for Pauper Affinity in terms of just opening it up to different colors, different identities of Affinity. I've been playing Pauper for close to 15 years now, and I remember when Affinity was just like all the artifact lands, Atogs, Carapace Forgers, Auriok Sun Chasers, and your mana was really bad. You had to play like every chromatic star because these are functionally basic mountains. And in a 4-color deck, basic mountain is not a card you usually want. But now the evolution of these things into actual Grixis control decks that just happen to have high artifact synergy inlaid in all of the things that they do. Some builds of Grixis Affinity play Counterspell. This one doesn't. This is more kind of burn, get them dead heavy. But the fact that you can just kind of bake this Deadly Dispute Thoughtcast engine into non-linear decks is just really cool to me. It might be broken, but it is cool. The affinity mechanic makes your stuff cost less for each artifact you have. That's why most of the lands in the deck are artifacts. We have all these artifact baubles that draw cards when they're cashed in, and they just sit and play in the meantime. Refurbished Familiar is the newest big upgrade from MH3. When it enters, each opponent discards a card. For each opponent who can't, you draw a card. Remember when Mind Rot got bad at some point in the game? Where, like, when you Mind Rot an opponent with 7 cards in hand, it's fine. When you Mind Rot an opponent with 2 cards in hand, it's broken. And then if you draw it when they're Hellbent, it's just a bad card. That's how design used to work. Now if you draw this little flying Mind Rot, you even get to draw a card. The body's not enough compensation. It's like, yeah, I'm actually up cards now, one way or another. This thing is very powerful. Makeshift Munitions is a card that should not be a common. It got snuck into the Pauper format through a commander set. There's a lot of sneaky, busted stuff going on in this shell, and I'm normally the one trying to beat this deck. I'm excited to be the one playing it today. Let's just get into this. This is Grixis Affinity. I'm on the play in round 1. My hand has multiple redraws, but not great setup. I am going to keep it, but I do need something like an Ichor Wellspring to show up for me to be really happy with this hand. Opponent has Slagwoods Bridge. Okay, the Slagwoods. What did you call me? I found a bauble. Now we can play the game. This bauble gets really good if I have another black source at some point. All right, they're doing the wildfire thing. I love this interaction in Pauper. Being able to rampant growth on yourself. All right, yeah. I've just drawn every perfect card that I've asked for over the last 2 draw steps. Now I can counterspell if I need to, and if they don't do anything, I'll just draw 3 cards in the end step. Not going to fight over that. Not with 7 cards in hand. Okay, here we go. Reckoner's Bargain. Sacrifice this artifact. When this artifact dies, I can pay a black to draw a card. I would like to do that. And then I draw 2 more cards and gain a life. Now we're cooking. Okay, what can I do here? Your Enforcer would cost 3 if I play a land and cast it. That would tap me out of Metallic Rebuke, which is the only thing I have going on. I kind of need another bauble all of a sudden. Next turn, Mirror Enforcer will cost 2, and I can leave up Rebuke. Good chance I'm going to have to counter some terrifying 5-drop this turn. Writhing Chrysalis has a cast trigger and is a 2/3 that can get +1 counters put on it. I will counter this. Countering this lets me play Mirror Enforcer and Reckoner's Bargain next turn if I want to gain 7 and draw 2. It's an option I have. Red mana. What a treat. If I play this, Enforcer costs 2, and then I can still bargain it. Deal. I'm also still representing Metallic Rebuke because of Improvise, but these spawns are mana. Eviscerator's Insight, sack an artifact, draw 2 cards. Yep. Although I am excited to be the bad guy today, I do think it's kind of oppressive to Pauper for this bauble, sack the baubles, draw 2 cards engine to just be in a giant spread of colors and generally the best thing to do. Yeah, they took Chromatic Star off of that and then cast it immediately. Another Wellspring. Right now, I'm attacking with a 4/4 and they're not. We both have grips full of cards. We will see whose pile of cards lasts longer. They block sacked with their spawn, cycled Chromatic Star into green, and drawing another 3 cards, making a treasure. Oh yeah. Now we're popping. And I've got removal, the ability to reload. Right now, I am making them come to me. They're still cleansing wildly. They've got 11 cards in their hand. Good chance they'll have to discard a few of them here. Okay, Writhing Chrysalis. This one's going to resolve. It's X4. Makeshift Munitions. I would love to counter this spell because it is horrific to play against, but I don't have it. Okay, I'm going to cast down Chrysalis in the end step. They could make it X5. I could have blasted in response to the first trigger, but doing that right then when they couldn't get a free point off me is worth doing. Okay, I'm going to attack with Mirror Enforcer first, and then I'm probably going to start cashing in some of my lands for stuff. Okay, 1/2, sack a... I'm going to sack this Seat of the Synod. This makes 2 Kenku Artificer. Okay, that can make an indestructible creature for me. I can also Reckoner's Bargain my treasure away at this point. Sacrifice this artifact. I don't gain any life because it has mana value 0. There we go. There's a banger. It's more of a banger when they don't have 7 cards in hand. Okay. That was an exciting turn. I saw a lot of cards. They are still 31 cards into their deck and I'm 20. Having the Artificer as a draw means that maybe I should have done all that pre-combat. Right, Evolution Witness. Return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. Probably going to want to hold up. Nope, that doesn't even work. If this creature has no +1 counters on it, yeah, they can just spam in response. Yeah, removal doesn't work on that. Great. Deadly Dispute. This evolves 2? Adapts 2? That's so many. It trades with my creature right away. Okay. Seat of the Synod. Kenku Artificer. Give me an indestructible flying creature. I have that going for me now. I gotta cheese over the finish line with flying at this point. Flying and burn. Yeah, no reason to respond to that because they'll just do it again. I think Chrysalis has Secret Reach. Yeah, it does. It's the 3rd line of text on this card. They're going for Wellspring, though. Does this have Secret Reach? No. Okay. That's good news. And I'll pass. I can still gain 7, draw 2 at will by sacking my Enforcer. They flash back the Eviscerator's Insight. You got it. Back to 9 cards in hand. Asking Broodscale. Okay, this is a thing that I can kill if they suddenly go infinite with it. Cleansing Wildfire. Wellspring. They could sack Wellspring to kill Refurbished Familiar. I'll just Deadly Dispute it if they do that. Malevolent Rumble. There's the Sadistic Glee, so they do have the infinite combo in their deck. Multiple Tameo Safekeepings, just hit the bin. Do I want to cash in? All right. When this enters, put 3 +1 counters on up to 1 target non-creature artifact. All right, it has nothing to do with the thing staying in play or not, so I'm going to cash in my Kenku. That's not doing any good. Blood Fountain can return 2 target creatures from the graveyard. Just the value train. It's rolling. Here I will attack with everything. I have Galvanic Blast that can kill the Broodscale. We see Tameo Safekeeping in the graveyard, though, so they do have tricks for that. They are trying to kill my familiar. I will bargain it away. There's a Thoughtcast. Opponent's at 8. If I can Thoughtcast into another Galvanic Blast, there's a win available. There we go. Okay. Is there anything they could do? Tamiyo Safekeeping says gain 2 life on it. Ugh. What a miserable thing to say. Hey, this is free. Here's a swamp. Here's a blood fountain. And I guess I just pass here. Hope I'm not dead. Okay, the first sadistic Lee can resolve. If they have 2, they can go all the way infinite. This is just an infinitely large creature right now. Okay, please don't have Tamiyo Safekeeping. Okay, hit you again. Son of a biscuit. Okay. Target permanent you control, yeah, and you gain 2 life, so they are at 6. Yeah, that turn where I drew Kenku post-combat would actually have changed the entire game here. If they have a second sadistic Lee, they can go double infinite. I do have a blocker right now. Or no, I don't, because they just sack 4 lands because Makeshift Munitions is busted. Okay, I'm dead. I don't think there's anything I'm drawing to either. Like, I could just use this blood token. Probably should have done that in response earlier. Yeah, that's not it. If I had done that on my turn, I would have 2 blockers, though. Okay, go nuts, opponent. I don't know if this is bannable. It's certainly a crazy combo in the format. I don't have strong opinions about Pauper right now. I'm just hoping that this league is still relevant when it comes out. They're attacking. I'm allowed to block? Can they give trample somehow? What just happened? Do they have another way through this? They had the win. They just had to tap these 4 lands and throw them at my Enforcer. Fling is in the format. Various versions of Fling exist. They have 2 now. Okay, yeah. They are munitioning me out. This is how this works. Yep. Remember how I said this isn't a Pauper card? Thanks, Commander Masters. Really hate that one. I think that's the most offensive card, Legal and Pauper, to me. Okay, Gorilla Shamans. Their artifacts were not destructible. Krok Clan Shaman. And if I'm willing to go in, this is another layer of disruption for their combo. Duress actually doesn't seem super embarrassing. All of these seem pretty bad. I guess the Blue Blast could kill the munitions. Cast Down obviously coming in. Oh, I have 3 Krok Clan Shamans in the main already. Never mind. Not adding another one. So 2 damage short, possibly, likely, partially in part of earlier sequencing. Toxin Analysis, Lifelink is not important in this matchup. This is a sweet newer card that I've never played with before. Just a big burst of like 4 life that also happens to leave an artifact behind. Could be the difference against Burn. I don't think that Nile Spellbound's particularly good, though it is part of the Bauble engine, and we did spend a lot of that game just needing baubles to sacrifice. Is Krok Clan Shaman actually for this? Do I need 3 of them? Do I want any Hydroblast to deal with munitions? And if so, what are the cuts? I could cut one of these Reckoner's Bargains. Do I need all 8 at all times? I don't know. Okay, here we go. Just a few little adjustments. This is fine. Needs a blue source eventually, but we're doing stuff. Duressing me. Well, my Blood Fountain. I actually needed that for this hand to make any sense. Oh, they took Dispute instead. That's lucky. Okay, Blood Fountain, get in there. Passing the turn. They have a tap land. Cast Down. Can't quite do anything here. I think I should chill. I could use my Blood Token, but that cost me an artifact in play, and I've almost unlocked these Enforcers. Wildfire, off you go. Uh-oh. It's getting worse. Yeah, the Deadly Dispute, the Duress taking that did stop me from disputing away this Blood Fountain and just going off, but taking the Blood Fountain also would have stopped me from doing that. Another Duress. Oh, this one's probably going to take Cast Down, would be my guess. Surprise. Okay, it's probably time to use this Blood Token. I'll discard Mirror Enforcer. That's the card most affected by me losing Blood Token. Okay, we got a star. Disputing in response, yeah. Like I would counter that, please. Okay, I am going to draw a million here. and hope to have cards to cast next turn. Okay, pass. Am I dead? There's a Rumble, found munitions, if that's what they're looking for. They took Wellspring. All right. Still digging. Yeah, the cool thing about combo decks is if you draw your whole deck, you win. Where in my deck, I do actually have to inflict 20 damage in some sort of honest, predictable fashion. Okay. Great Furnace, Refurbished Familiar, you cost 1. They're doing something in response. Okay, yeah, Deadly Disputing, refilling their hand. Now this is even less of a thing. Hey, this Enforcer costs 1, this Enforcer costs 0. I suddenly have a board. Let's battle. Another Duress. This will probably take my Reckoner's Bargain, would be my guess. I could just fire it off. I have Blood Fountain in play. Alright, I am going to bargain away the Familiar in response to this. Okay, now they probably take Galv Blast. There's the Brood Scale. There's the thing. Okay, they have an infinitely large creature now. Do they also have the munitions for the full win? Yep, infinite colorless mana, infinitely large creature. Now what? Deadly Dispute. Missed Vault Bridge, right on time. I don't think Krark-Clan Shaman helps me anymore. Oh, if they go to sack this spawn with a sadistically trigger on the stack, if I sack 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 artifacts, I'd have to sack these last because these trigger this. I don't. So Krark-Clan Shaman would die, 2 Mirror Enforcers would die. I don't think I can outpace this. Yeah, this is 8 artifacts. Okay, I'll put this Shaman into play and then probably just die. And they have to sack their spawn first, or else they could just make it infinitely large in response. Okay, I'm going to actually figure this out. Okay, if I sack 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 artifacts, this will die. This will be a 6/6 with 1 damage on it. Yeah, this is not a line that I have. Okay. Exile target artifact or enchantment an opponent controls. What do you want? My Blood Fountain. I needed that. Okay, it's gone. Okay, I can't win this game. I'm good. We don't have to keep doing this. That felt pretty horrendous, but I did get duressed multiple times, and each one took a removal spell that would have broken this up. So this was just a combo deck executing with interaction. I don't feel too bad about that. It's not like I never had a chance. It's just they played cards that dealt with my cards. Oh, I got duressed 3 times. Look at me. On to the next round. Your path to the Pro Tour starts here. Don't miss Magic Spotlight Foundations, January 3rd through 5th, 2025 at SCGCon Atlanta. Kick off the new year with Magic's most exciting new event. Compete in the brand new Foundation Standard format with $50,000 in prizes, 8 Pro Tour Aether Drift invites, and it's the only place to get the exclusive, borderless Terror of the Peaks promo card with art by the beloved Richard Kane Ferguson. All main event participants will get the exclusive Terror of the Peaks, but the top 128 will also earn a foil version of this breathtaking promo. Your path to the Pro Tour starts here, but only if you're part of the action. Come join me for Magic Spotlight Foundations at SCGCon Atlanta, January 3rd through 5th. Your sign-up link is in the video description. I'm on the play in round 2 with a no-lander to start. There are only 19 lands in the deck. This can happen. Mulligan. Don't love this. Candy Trail does stuff. I'll take my chances. Let's go. I'm going to put the Kenku Artificer to the bottom. Do I have any shuffles? This is only a 1 of, and if I put it to the bottom, it's functionally gone. There's no like fetch land or anything in my deck to shuffle. So if whatever I bottom here is not happening this game. Okay. Sorry, Kenku. You're just the card that is least useful to me in this moment. I'm really hoping to get a cool multiple refurbished familiar game going. Okay. Bridge, go. Opponent's on 5. They've got a bridge as well. Didn't draw the land. Candy Trail. Bunch of looks. Uh-oh. Bottom. Emergency. Good chance we're playing against this deck again. Cool. Can't wait. Big draw. Yeah, easy. Always had it. I'll pass the turn. Do have a cast down for their inevitable Brood Scale. Nice. All right, that was a good draw. I could spend this turn cantripping and then unload the squad next turn. I could start disrupting now. I could Thoughtcast and Familiar this turn. I think that's the double spell I'm interested in. Bonk you for 1 here, draw 2 cards. Ooh. Next turn's going to be big. Let's see if I'm dead. Rumble reveals Evolution Witness is the only permanent among them. Okay, here we go. Wowie! Having fun yet? I am. A Refurbished Familiar. Discard a Chromatic Star. Bicker Wellspring. Unload the jerks. Here they are. Can I get over the finish line or am I dead? Kind of scary that I could have a turn like this and I could just die. Yep, they are eviscerating some insight. Just right back up to 5 cards in hand. Let's see what happens. Deadly Dispute had to lose a land for that one. They are desperate here. Cleansing Wildfire, another redraw. This is after missing 2 land drops, by the way. This is my turn 5. It could have happened turn 3. That rules. Okay, I'm just going to attack with everything. 4, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. All right, so even if I aggressively cast down the Eldrazi spawn, I don't necessarily have lethal here, so I will not do that. I'll just make it the 2-turn clock that we all know it is. They're going to dispute away their spawn, and I could sack this Candy Trail. I'm going to play Chromatic Star out, and then just pass. This can draw a card at will. If they like put something on the stack here that I need to be concerned about, I could dig and maybe hit like a Galvanic Blast to follow up the cast down and have 2 layers. They're still disputing. There's the Brood Scale, and they're just adapting it. Okay. I'm okay with that. That doesn't save them. Okay, this becomes interesting now. So I'm going to sack Chromatic Star for a red. Deadly Dispute's not it. I'll cast this down in response. They could have Tamiyo Safekeeping, then they have infinite colorless mana. All right, here we go. You have infinite colorless and an infinitely large creature that does not itself win the game. Okay, cool. Still got over the finish line, but barely. This looks familiar. Cast down Duress. I've not changed my opinion about anything since the last round, so I'm going to sideboard similarly. Okay, here we go. Redemption Arc starts now. Okay. This hand is reasonably interactive, has all my colors. Let's do it. Start with the red bridge. Cleansing Wildfire. Vault of Whispers. Does this do anything I care about? I don't think so. I think I'm just going to play the tap land and Blood Fountain right now and begin my accumulation of resources. Here's a Duress. I've got 2 removal spells. They can take any of the cards in my hand here. Went after Munitions. That was a 1 of. Smell you later. Another Wildfire. And they did have an actual land drop at the end of all that. A Thoughtcast, fill me up. I am going to leave up Reckoner's Bargain or cast down this turn rather than play the tap land. I think it's time to do that. Twisted Landscape can go get a Swamp Mountain or Forest. Wellspring. I'm going to bargain away my Blood token. Yuck. All right, didn't want more lands here. Chromatic Star. It's not the worst card I've ever seen. It's not great either. I could play this Krark Clan Shaman. That taps me out of additional interaction, though. Okay. I'm going to leave up 2 removal spells in case I need to do 2 things here. We're approaching the level where I don't want to just lose out of nowhere. End step Dispute, another Ancestral Recall. 1 mana, draw 3. Takes a little setup, but it is a 1 mana, draw 3. Okay, they're going to take whichever removal spell they're more worried about here. Cast down is gone. Rumble. There's a Chrysalis or a Forest or a Star. They took the Chrysalis. This is a big juke that I'm not really prepared to fend off right now. Okay, that was among my best draws that I could draw. Okay, so Shaman can sack Chromatic Star for a small sweep if I need to. Or Star is also my red source. Okay, I'm going to play the Shaman. It's at least a blocker, if nothing else. And my opponent doesn't know that I just redrew the card they took from me. Wellspring. Their second spawns now. Chrysalis is growing. Makeshift Munitions, great. Normal card. They are firing my Shaman. Do I want to sweep up spawns right now? It would cost me a land. No. All right. I'm off it. Because I need the Star to represent Galvanic Blast. Another Chrysalis. Boy, am I dead. I think I'm dead to this, I'm dead to this, and I'm dead to the 5 cards in their hand. Just the full spread of can never win. Ooh. How do you feel about X1 creatures, opponent? What's your plan for that? Got your ass. They discarded a Deadly Dispute. Okay, yep. Sacking a spawn to kill my familiar, which that counts as sacking an Eldrazi. Evolution Witness, let's go. I have to cast down the big one, or else I'm dead. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage just on board, plus the actual power and toughness of the attacking creatures. I disputed away the Chrysalis I was about to kill. Yeah, this game I had too much interaction, and their random donkeys could get it done. Where game 1 that I won was one where I just dumped out my squad and killed them before they really got set up. They had all the time in the world to figure this out. Okay. Are you at 8? Nope. Okay, just checking. All right, I'm going to sack Chromatic Star for red. Mirror Enforcer. Guess I'll get back my creatures and cast these things. Ah, discard a card as I deploy multiple X1s into makeshift munitions. Okay, they're munitioning my Shaman right now. This can have 8 toughness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, Refurbished Familiar is not surviving the turn. They sacked a spawn, and they sacked another spawn. Okay. But currently with 7 toughness, I could deal 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, put 4 damage on this. 5. Yo, what the fuck? I was holding control. No, it passed priority. God damn it. All right. Well, yeah, Corkland Shaman kills itself. I was holding control. I promise I was. But I was gonna sack 3 things and just rat the board. But whatever. Okay. Makeshift munition's really important. I brought in 2 of my 5 red blasts. Maybe I should have more. That's so many, though. Okay, I think I'm gonna focus on deploying threats. Not with this no-lander, I'm not. Mulligan. Okay, this one has some threats in it. Keep. I don't need 2 of these. Barely like the first one. Pass. Blood Fountain. Spire Bluff thing. Wellspring from the opponent. Ooh. Don't have double black to really make this sing, but don't need it immediately. And I'm going to play out the Corkland Shaman. It has power and toughness. And I'm just trying to inflict damage before they get all the way set up. They played a tap land and shipped it. Deadly Dispute's not bad. Always happy to zip that card. Attack with my creatures. And I think I want to dispute away my blood. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is not an artifact. I could thought cast. I still have a land drop. All right, I'm going to get a little greedy here and try to find an artifact. Yeah, let's go. Greed rewarded. Vault of Whispers. Refurbished Familiar. I discarded a Malevolent Rumble. That's a real card. Cool. Okay. I've done my job. I put a ton of damage on the board. If they duress me, I'll just Galv Blast them in response. I am absolutely willing to sack all of my lands and treasures to kill a Broodscale before it gets to go off. Rumble. They found Chrysalis or land. Took the Chrysalis. 1, 2, 3, 4. They could cast it right now. Powerful stuff. And this fucker has Secret Reach. Have I successfully gotten over the hump? Okay, it's an X4 right now. Oh, let's go. Baron Greedenheimer over there. Punished. Okay. I get a turn to tee off here. Attack with everything. Vault of Whispers and pass. Corkland Shaman only deals damage to creatures without flying. There's nothing clever to do about, like, sweeping up my own refurbished familiars, buying them back, challenging their hand some more. I also just have 8 damage, which is their life total, between Mirror Enforcer and my flyers. If they play an X3 or smaller blocker, I just have lethal here. Yeah, okay. Okay, I won the games where I deployed the damage early, and I lost the game where I tried to sit back and interact with their combo. Good to know. On to the next round.
This video is sponsored by Moxfield.com, the easiest way to build Magic decks online. Moxfield supports over 30 formats, including Legacy and everything else you'll see on this channel. There's multiple customizations so you can interact with your deck how you want. Views such as text, grid, or stacks, and groupings like type, subtype, color, color identity, even artist. The site offers light mode, dark mode, and so much more. However you want to see your deck, Moxfield can provide it for you. Follow my Moxfield to keep up with the channel and what I'm playing in paper. I'll see you there.
I'm on the draw for round 3. I have a hand with multiple Wellsprings. Have I cast a Wellspring yet in this league? I don't remember. I am going to keep... This hand's kind of slow, but once it gets going, it's going. Hopefully we play against a deck other than Jund Brutescale right now. Let's get some variety on the channel. Okay, it's a different deck. Good news, everyone. Looks like a deck I'd like to play. Basic Island Ponder. I'd keep that too. Seat of the Synod. Pass. Ponder. Their last Ponder did not shuffle. I don't think they're digging for lands here. They didn't shuffle that Ponder either. Drawing a tap land right on time. Wellsprings in there. Familiar. Okay. Finding some black mana against this blue deck's going to be important. Look at this. Super genius. Figured out a way to shuffle their cantrips in Pauper. And Lorien Revealed's good. I foil out my Pauper collection in real life. That's just a thing I do. And I bought foil Lorien Revealeds, a playset of them, off the spoiler, because it looked like a good card. And boy, was I right. And boy, are they expensive now. Good job, me. Bad job drawing black sources, though. Uh-oh. They have the Monarch. I don't like that. Found a black source for later. Someday black source. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can still Thoughtcast again without giving up on these enforcers. I can kill the Admiral if I play an untapped land, but that delays my black by a turn. How important are these familiars? I can Gelf Blast next turn, basically the same. Okay. I'm gonna dump out the 4/4s. I do wish I had something going much earlier than this. They're into the Monarch phase of the game. They've got a 5/5 now. What can I do? Vault of Whispers is big. Another black source, happy to see it. Refurbished Familiar. And Scred is live here. I'm going to blast the creature I can blast and then try to take the Monarch. I can give Death Touch and Lifelink to the Enforcer that they block. Wow, I got the Monarch and killed their creature. They didn't have the Scred. They didn't have anything that helps them there. That's huge. I was expecting to either clear the board and take the Monarch next turn or lose the combat somehow. That's insane. All right, I mean, they took it back the hard way, but now I have a flyer and I'm fairly confident they can't deal with this 4/4. In the end step, I am going to... Oh, that's a clue. I'm going to eat my clue. I was trying to cast Deadly Dispute. I thought that was a treasure. I haven't cast that card before. All right, we're in. I will draw a card somehow. Chromatic Star. I am going to send it on a draw 3. Ancestral Recall. What you got? If they counterspell this, I'm taking the Monarch. There's a pause. Looks like they're thinking about something here. The Blood Fountain. The Fountain of Blood. I can't block this if I'm the Monarch, so there's no reason to leave back this attacker. Okay, I'm just going to attack. And they're just taking a bash down to 10. I got the Monarch. And I've got some cards to play. Candy Trail Scries 2 on entry. Finding instant speed removal would be big here. I got a Fountain and a Bargain. And these do keep the cards coming. I will top these. And then Basic Swamp, does that matter? I don't think so. Seat of the Synod. Chromatic Star. Blood Fountain. Just dumping it all out here. Oh, we suddenly have a counterspell? Sure. All right. You got it. And passing the turn. Opponent has regained the Monarchy, and more importantly, they have a 5/5 in play now. Oh, multiples. All right. Getting scary. End of turn. This one is a treasure. I'm going to Deadly Dispute the Ichor Wellspring. That's the Blood Fountain I put on top. Here's some other stuff. Nile Spellbomb. That would have been good earlier. A little late now. 3 of their 4 things are gone. Yikes. All right, well, that's really good. Now I'm unlikely to reclaim the Monarch. Oh. What does that do? I'm going to play Blood Fountain. And then I can get back some creatures here. Mirror Enforcer and Refurbished Familiar can come back. This is free. This costs 1. Takes the last card out of their hand somehow. They've used all of them. Oh, it was a terror. Wow. Okay, so this Nile Spellbomb almost was still good somehow. I can play this Quark Clan Shaman. I think this card's actually going to be really good this game. And I will pass the turn from here. There's no attacks to make yet. They're going to get 2 cards to try to stabilize with. Uh-oh. Did they draw Lorien Revealed? Murmuring Mystic. Okay. I'm not worried about that one. This is... I need to act now if I'm going to act. So if I sack 5 artifacts right now, I think that's how this happens. Okay. I am holding control, Magic Online. Please do not pass priority. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I guess this treasure. 5. Okay, this kills everything. They have to draw a removal spell or Refurbished Familiar off their Monarch trigger right now to be doing what they want to do here. Okay, moment of truth. Big draw. Don't lightning bolt me. No, they're tapping mana. Why? No. Well, good recovery, but I have another Blood Fountain. Okay, Blood Fountain. I am out of black sources, though, because I sacked my treasure last turn. I guess I just get 2 Mirror Enforcers. Enforcer, Enforcer. Put in another black source. Play Nile Spellbomb. And I'll pass the turn. Can they do it again? They're still behind. There goes Ponder. And the Ponder shuffled. Good news. Murmuring Mystic. That card is good, but it does not stabilize. If they draw an instant, it could stabilize. If they draw Skred here, I might quit Magic. They're drawing for turn. Familiar. Oh, I should probably attack first. Yeah, I'm going to attack first, because if they drew a counterspell and I play Refurbished Familiar, I turn on that counterspell into a blocker in a way that costs me the Monarch, which I think is more important than Familiar resolving. Okay, I have the Monarchy and Familiar. Now let's see what you had. Okay, it was just a land. Perfect. And now I can do some other stuff. Blood Token, away a bridge. Wellspring, let's go. Spring that right out. I can bargain away this Wellspring. Draw another 3 cards. Another bargain. Okay. I will... Do I want to Spellbomb them? Does that matter? I'm going to Spellbomb them. I'm going to do it now. This is just a way to draw a card that, if it's Galvanic Blast, I could kill their thing. But it was not. And I will pass the turn. Galv Blast? All right. Discarding a bridge. And they have to get over the finish line here. If they find a Lightning Bolt, kill Refurbished Familiar, take the Monarch, they could be back. Murmuring Mystic, hell of a card. Preordain went bottom. This is a random draw. 5 mana spells in their deck are Lorien Revealed. Yeah, there's Lorien Revealed. Pretty good turn. Not gonna lie. I do still have 3 Galv Blasts in my deck, though. And the ability to see a lot of cards. I'm at 23 life. I got time to figure it out. Yeah, alright. Ooh. They Skredded an Enforcer, not the Refurbished Familiar. They're not going to take the Monarch this turn when they could have. Okay, well, that's big. That is a strategic decision that they made. What do I want to do? I think I'm going to start by sacking Candy Trail. What is my most plentiful mana? I have plenty of black mana. All right. Candy Trail, drew a Familiar. A Vault of Whispers. Familiar. Let's poke that hand again. Lost Breath Weapon. That would have killed all their birds. Fair enough. Blood Token. Discard a bridge. Another bargain. I think it's time to bargain away one of my lands. Okay, we did it. Zoinks! That was a really good game. We went back and forth a lot. Cool. Okay, these red blasts look pretty good. That Crackle Shaman was an MVP. I'm not sure if it's meant to be in the deck to sacrifice 5 artifacts and destroy terror, but that is what just happened. Munition's very good here. Nile Spellbomb's good. Yeah, I think if I'm bringing in all these Red Blasts, I don't really need Krark-Clan Shaman to do that job anymore. But that's a high cost, even if it is. It did swing the game. Cast Down also kills all the important things in their deck. Duress can check their counter spells. Am I ever going to successfully have a counter war with them for Metallic Rebuke? And it's kind of doing the same job as Duress, except Rebuke could counter a creature that they have. Yeah, I think I actually like Rebuke better, because they have the Monarch creatures, which Duress don't answer, but Rebuke might. Toxin Analysis, although it did have a moment to shine. I'm boarding out all of the cards that helped me win that game. Blood Fountain was MVP, just kept those cards coming. Is it like Candy Trail? I'm just looking for one more cut somewhere. Yeah, I think this is how I want to do this. Let's go. I would like the Duress in as well, but I don't know what I'd cut for it at this point. No lands, tough start. Many lands, that's better. Remember, what I put on the bottom is gone. There's no shuffle effects that I play. I think I'm going to bottom a Vault of Whispers and just hope to find more mana, as all of these spells are good ones. Oh, dang. Firing a turn 1 main phase Brainstorm. I guess when the shuffle effect in the format is Lorien Revealed, that might be completely reasonable. They didn't shuffle it, though. Just a tap land on turn 2, Ponder. That was like a Richard Garfield Brainstorm. See your best 3 cards. You got to draw back the other ones. Didn't shuffle the Ponder. A Fountain of Blood. Okay. Drawing a lot of red cards here. Red mana at some point would be nice. Got Gorilla Shaman can kill my blood token. Next turn it can kill my blood fountain. It can kill this Vault of Whispers as well. Hate that for me. Would be great if I could just hit this with one of my removal spells. I could invest in Mirror Enforcer. They can take out Vault of Whispers in the end step. I could also just Reckoner's Bargain away this Blood Fountain before they kill it. Oh, this is... That just made this difficult. Yikes. And I did not draw a replacement. I'm not going to play out this land where they can just kill it for free in the end step. Lorien Revealed. And the damage begins. I'm back to my starting life total. Solarian Terror. Another bridge. I could bargain away a bridge, but then I'm down a bunch of lands again. Yeah, this one's going to end pretty quick, and Gorilla Shaman is the killer. The Solarian Terrors would have been hard to beat too, but lack of red mana. Okay, yeah. I am... Can I come back from this? 10, 13... No, even if I draw a red source, the ward, I would need double red, and yeah, that's not happening. Okay. Gorilla Shaman for the win. Mostly mana screw for the win, or color screw. I kept the hand that I accept my responsibility there, but if I had a red source, that game would have been much more competitive. Red source. Okay, I'll keep this. This hand wants blue, doesn't need it, but it would like it at some point. My fun of basic land in my hand, ready to go. Mountain Pass. Okay, there's the blue, here's Blood Fountain. If they have Gorilla Shaman, they can pick off my blood token again, but this is still what I'm going to do. Cycle Lorien for an island. There it is. You got me. Okay, good draw. This sets off Thoughtcast, and we go into rebuild mode starting next turn. They could spend all their mana to kill Blood Fountain if they want. Blood Fountain not currently doing anything, though. Ooh, a counter spell. I don't hate it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could play a Mirror Enforcer right now, or I could leave up Red Blast, or I could Reckoner's Bargain my Blood Fountain in the end step when they try to kill it. I think that's the play. This does tap me out for a turn, but I think that's fine. Because the things that they would do when I'm tapped out, taking the Monarch is the worst thing they could do, but if it's like a Terror or a Mystic, I can Red Blast that from play. And they did none of the above. Cool. Kenku Artificer. I like that one. Wellspring. Ooh, familiar. I like this. I am going to use Metallic Rebuke to protect this. Alright, turns out it didn't need anything to protect it. Okay, they scredded it after it resolved. That's fair. JK, it's dead. And they lost a Lightning Bolt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still a little short of Mirror Enforcer, but I can counter a spell this turn, or tax a spell this turn. Perilous Landscape. This is the Jeskai land. Hello? Do they have Red Blast? The one of Metallic Rebuke. Remember when I almost boarded that out for Duress? Duress would not have done that. And now I unload the squad at their smelly face. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I play this Great Furnace, they can just kill it. I could, in response, dispute it away. Okay, yeah. Great Furnace. Tap it for Mirror Enforcer. Play another Mirror Enforcer. They didn't kill this in response. And I could Kenku. If I Kenku, I lose out on disputing. I think that's fine. Kenku's busted. Fire up this Drossforge Bridge. And I'm going to hold up Red Blast for the turn rather than attack here. I'm investing in the future. Scred. Okay. Yeah, that's dead. That's why they didn't kill my Great Furnace. Preordain's not my fight. I'm looking at Terrors, Mystics. I might even let them have the Monarch and then just bash it out of their face. Top to Preordain. Spooky. All right, killed my Great Furnace. Leaving up only red mana. That's interesting. They could have tapped a mountain for that, but they tapped island. So what are they doing with red this turn? I don't know. I'm just going to attack. Okay, they're trading off the Mox Monkey, which unlocks this Vault of Whispers from my hand. The Deadly Dispute. Reload. Cool. All right, now I'm pretty rolled up here. It would take a pretty powerful sequence of stuff to finish me off from here. Yeah, they can kill my treasure and my vault, I guess. I could use the treasure to kill the gorilla, but I don't care about that. Okay, I'm just going to float black. And then I'll sack Vault of Whispers to Deadly Dispute when they pass priority. It's going to die anyway. I'll just do it. It does put a treasure back into play, but I can use that too. Black. Bargain the Wellspring. This deck is frustrating. My opponent has cast multiple 1-mana permanents that for 1 mana killed, 5 or 6 of my permanents, and they are still losing hard. Let's have a poke at their hand now. Discarded Hydroblast. That was almost good. Big swing. Jumped with the monkey. Seed of the Synod lets me cast Mirror Enforcer while leaving up more mana. And they look pretty dead to me. I don't know what they could have here. Tolarian Terror. I don't even care about that. They're dead through it. Okay, I'll counter this one. This is the one that could grind them back into the game, but right now they're just dead. They're dead in multiple ways, too. I could just attack and then Galv Blast them. I could cast down the Tolarian Terror cat. All right, yeah, cool. I'll beat the crap out of them. On to the next round.
The BoshNRoll channel is proudly partnered with the Resleevables.
Good. All right, here we go, gang.
In this YouTube series, hosts Cedric Phillips and Patrick Sullivan take us on a set-by-set journey through the good, the bad, and the ugly of Magic's history. Each episode is a focused deep dive into the facts about a set's design and release, the Magic lore expressed through the cards in that set, Tournament Edition gameplay videos featuring products and Pro Tour decks of the era, an award show that shouts out the best and weirdest cards of the set, and a final grade for the set's overall success. Whether you want a history lesson or a nostalgia hit, The Resleevables has it at youtube.com/theresleevables.
I'm on the play in round 4. Nice little Rakdos value hand. I'll keep it. I will certainly have a lot of artifacts in play by the end of turn 2. Now I need stuff to do with them. Blood Fountain is in. Drossforge Bridge. All right. Is it another Jund Broodscale deck? Have I not paid my price yet? Have I not earned a round without that? Hey, Ichor Wellspring's in play. Found the fun of Kenku again. Ooh, Jagged Barrens. That deals 1 to me when it comes into play. This is... Alright, so this is like Madness Burn? Okay. I'll take it. Honestly. Okay, this is interesting. I could play Wellspring and see what happens. I could play Krark-Clan Shaman, prepared to sack Ichor Wellspring, and that answers Epicure. I could Deadly Dispute, sacking Wellspring, Ancestral Recall right now, and have guaranteed the treasure up to keep doing stuff. I think that's the best thing I can do right now. Toxin Analysis. Okay, hit my land drop. That's good. And I could play this Krark Clan Shaman, but this treasure is my blue source to play Kenku. I don't think I'm going to Shaman. I'm just going to pass the turn. And I have my Toxin Analysis has showed up as well. Hopefully that 3 or 4 point swing will be material in this matchup that's probably about damage. Faithless Looting. Discarded. Ooh, they're Grixis. Sneaky Snacker. When you draw your third card in a turn, return this to the battlefield. Wow, okay. Oh, they've already drawn 3 cards this turn. Never mind. You don't get it now. You have to flash it back to get that thing. Vampire's Kiss. Okay, that looked like an investment turn. It wasn't actually that scary, all in all. Blue source? Oh my god, the untapped blue land is so cracked here. That was actually my best draw. Okay, so now I can refurbish Familiar, which might discard a card with Madness, but they had multiple chances to do that and didn't do it already with their various lootings. It discarded the 4th Faithless Looting. What a good card. This is a 2/1 flying, which means it does not get Krark Clan Shamaned. And I am going to invest in a tapped indestructible creature here. As much as I'd like the blocker, having the indestructible thing ready forever and keeping my treasure token up are valuable to me. Bolting my face at 17 life. They've got big plans here. Flashing back one of these 4 lootings does get Sneaky Snacker back. But Sneaky Snacker is a lot worse when I have an indestructible 3/3 that can block it. Grab the prize. Discard a card, draw 2 cards. If the discarded card wasn't a land, deals 2 to each opponent. They discarded Fiery Temper, so this is going to be 5 damage from that, plus the Snacker comes back. They just keep making these things better. These cards, the Thrill of Possibility cycle of cards. Okay. How do I do the most here? I'll start with Thoughtcast. I'd love a 4/4 that I could target with this Toxin Analysis. Hey, I found a 4/4 I could target with Toxin Analysis. Yeah, that's in play. Mist Vault Bridge. I could play Wellspring here. I am currently at 9, and do I just enjoy 2 life now? They did deal 5 to me out of nowhere last turn, and they've sculpted the shit out of their hand. There are many sequences of cards that could deal 9 without getting involved in combat here, which makes me wonder if I just want to like gain 3 right now. Oh, I can give this lifelink. And then, okay. All right. Toxin Analysis on Krark Clan Shaman kills everything, and I gain that much life. Okay. I am more comfortable now just attacking for 3. And then I'll play out my Krark Clan Shaman, and should be pretty tough to lose from there. Okay. Passing the turn. Vampire's Kiss, drains for 2, make 2 bloods. I'm at 7. Kitchen Imp. This is a Madness creature. Madness is 1, 2/2 flying. They're getting in with their flyers. I have flyers of my own to challenge these. I'll end up at 5 here. Okay, hope I have not gotten too greedy with this Toxin Analysis. Galv Blast. Okay, oh, the Death Touch is rough because that kills my Mirror Enforcer. Oh, the Death Touch means I can't ever spam it twice because it kills everything the first time around. Okay, I'll probably just Toxin Analysis this Mirror Enforcer this combat. I'm going to start with Wellspring, though. Get that in there. Rebuke is nice. Okay, now what? If I just attack with everything, what happens? Voldaren Epicure gets unlocked. I'm just going to attack with everything. I'm going to go to 9 here. One way or another. They did block that. Death Touch and Lifelink on you. You're at 12. I'm at 9. You've got 2 cards in hand. I have a counterspell in mine. I can also sweep the board of non-flyers if I need to. Okay, passing the turn. Hope I don't get bursted for an extra 7 here through a counterspell. Galv Blast. Okay. That's 4. I think I'm going to use my Galv Blast to not take this 2 damage. And then I can still rebuke something. 3 is such a critically terrible number to be at versus burn. All the good burn spells in history deal 3. 4 is also an important line because of Galv Blast. They've got 1 card left. What deals 5? I think I'm just going to rebuke this. Okay, pay a blue, tap this, tap this. Now they have to deal 5 to me with 1 card, which they can theoretically do because some of their cards are more than 1 card. Like if they have, or no, it costs 2 to activate the blood and then cast Fiery Temper. Okay. I don't know what kills me from here. I feel okay. All right, cool, they're dead. Oh wait, they're at 1. They're not actually dead. Yikes. Yeah, that Galv Blast may have kept me alive, but it also may have stopped me from having lethal. And they didn't sack this blood with their land. Like, that would have brought back their 2 sneaky snackers and re-presented lethal. They have Faithless Looting that can just do that, but they come in tapped. Do I need another Krark-Clan Gem in this game? Or can I afford to loot that away? Okay. They're at 1. That's so annoying. Alright, Blood Token. Discard Krark-Clan Shaman. Another Bridge. Vault of Whispers, Blood Fountain. I'm going to discard this bridge as well. Okay. I'm going to attack them. 4, 5, 6 is definitely happen. 7, 8. Leave back this in case they draw the haste creature. I do have a flying blocker already. Okay. I am going to chill here, take it easy for a second. Leave back. Make sure I don't die to haste creatures at least. I have 2 blockers in the air, a 4/4 and a sweeper on the ground. And I still have the YOLO out of sack Ichor Wellspring to Krark-Clan Shaman and draw Galvanic Blast if things go completely awry here. They would, I think they'd have to Faithless Looting into double Fiery Temper. Alms of the Vein. Uh-oh. Okay, well, if their last card in hand is a burn spell, it might be over. Oh no, they've spent mana. Oh, I'm at 1. Yikes, that was tight. I'm always so impressed by this deck. It can always hit me so much harder than I think it can. Pauper players are probably like, dude, you're not safe at every moment of that game. But I don't know. I'm just chilling. Okay, these Blue Elemental Blasts counter a lot of the things in their deck. Some of their stuff is black, but the classic burn spells, the Faithless Lootings, Nile Spellbomb turns off Flashback, but it doesn't do anything against Madness. Metallic Rebuke, I'm just upgrading into these things. Makeshift Munitions might be too slow for the matchup. It is a way to just kill them from 9 off the top in the mid game. Kenku's good. Cast Down is fine, I guess. It's pretty slow. Toxin Analysis MVP. It actually won me that game. I think I'm going to shave a Krark-Clan Shaman. People can go ahead and tell me that's crazy, because this is a deck full of X1s, but a lot of them fly. Reckoner's Bargain, really important. If I ever bargain away a Mirror Enforcer, that's probably game. Even Refurbished Familiar going +4 life is a big deal. Munitions does also control the Snackers. Oh, the Snackers. Nile Spellbomb. JK. How do I get 5 Blue Blasts in here? Do I actually just get off of Krark-Clan Shaman entirely? The Toxin Analysis combo is sick, though. It all came full circle to me. I understand now. Probably want at least one of those. I actually am going to cut the Makeshift Munitions. Just, it feels really slow. Candy Trail gains life. Blood Fountain might be too slow. It's really good at setting up all the stuff, though. Okay, I'm going to cut Cast Down and leave in Blood Fountain. I'm bringing in 5 removal spells. Okay, here we go. That was actually really difficult to try to figure out in 3 minutes, coming from having never played Grixis Affinity, and also not knowing everything that Madness Burn does. Okay, kind of slow, but I do like the having Spellbomb if they're on a snacker draw. The Jagged Barrens. Drossforge Bridge, go ahead, get in there. Highway Robbery. Just plotted. Discard a card or sack a land. If you do, you draw 2 cards. Okay. I think I am going to play the Swamp here rather than one of these things. They could have Mox Monkey. Speaking of making Thrill of Possibilities better, we played against the one last game that is also just a shock. And this one, you can sack a land. So you don't even need a bad card in your hand. You can just, have it. This card will never be dead. If you have no cards in hand, you probably have too many lands. Discarded Alms of the Vein. It's a little lightning helix for me. Empire's Kiss. Gets me for 2, and you get 2 bloods. Speaking of blood, here's a whole fountain of it. This gives me plenty of stuff to Deadly Dispute away. Get the train rolling here. Epicure, more blood. My opponent loves blood. There's so much blood in play right now. That's like a whole human's worth. They drained a whole human, those sick freaks. My blood token versus my blood fountain. I think I'm actually going to sack the blood fountain because this matchup's so fast. Am I going to ever get those things back? Seat of the Synod. Thoughtcast. That did tap me out. No, I have a treasure. Never mind. I still have blue. Another fountain. How much do I want to take from this Voldaren Epicure? I could just kill this now. I'm going to do that. I don't want to take a single additional point of damage from that thing. They're at 27. I'm going to have to get creatures into play and work them down. It's not going to be about burn here. There's another point from the land. Grabbing the prize, discarding Fiery Temper. I don't think I want them to draw 2 cards here. Counter target red spell. They can have the Fiery Temper. I'll go to 7, and I will try to grind back from that. With 1 card in hand now, I think I'm going to Spellbomb them just to cash in and draw another card. I was just going to say, I would love to find a Mirror Enforcer to go with this Reckoner's Bargain that I've been sandbagging forever. Great Furnace. Familiar. Get that hand empty. This might be that imp that they can madness. All right, it was Red Blast. Great. Cool. We're back. I can gain 7 life at will. And opponent is, they have a pile of blood and a lot of mana, but they do only have 1 actual card. Here we go, Kitchen Imp. I can trade with that in combat. Blocking so fast. I've got this Blood Fountain in play. I could just sack Mirror Enforcer to Reckoner's Bargain, Blood Fountain back everything next turn. That sounds insane, actually. Forget about starting to chip damage. I'm just going to get out of reach and then pick all this stuff back up and then continue to be out of chip damage. Buy both of these back. Familiar. Hit that last card again. All right, just blast me in response. Now I draw a card because Mind Rot can never be bad. Okay, I'm at 10. Let's start turning it around. Well, they've been very good at drawing madness cards off the top. I understand the deck's full of them. I'm not raging. Just saying. There's lands in there somewhere. Maybe some of these bloods could not also be a spell. Somewhere along the chain. Okay, we did it. We drew a land. Sneaky Snacker. They've already drawn 3 this turn, so that one is frozen for now. They have the ability to draw 2 pretty easily next turn. Wellspring. Dispute the Wellspring away. Ooh, okay. Toxin Analysis is here. I could just gain my 4 again. Mirror Enforcer. I have a treasure. Yeah, I'll play another Ichor Wellspring. And I'm just going to use my Toxin Analysis right now for the 4 extra life. The punish here is Galvanic Blast, but if they blast this, then I also gain 4 life. Because they don't have a 4 damage burn spell in their hand anymore. Clawing back in. Blood token. Madness spell. We made it through their 5 bloods. They drank their entire human. That is their second draw for turn. The next one triggers the Snacker. And it seems like they don't have it. Good. Good. I am at 8 to their 27, though. The passive life gain here is insane. Okay. Mirror Enforcer, get in. That's happening no matter what. Deadly Dispute. Sacking Ichor Wellspring. That's also happening. More disputes. Thoughtcast. I'd like a Hydroblast or a Bargain before I feel comfortable again. A dispute. Sacking a blood or a treasure. Do I need the mana? I'll sack a treasure. Okay, there is a blue blast and a bargain. Those are the 2 cards I wanted to feel comfortable, and I got them both. Tapped bridge. End of turn. Or I could play out a Shaman. That's fine. Okay, I could still cast all my spells and not have to go to discard. Sick. Okay, I feel good now. I'm functionally at 15 at instant speed. I can counter most burn spells. Grab the prize, I'm countering that. Counter target red spell. This not only refills their hand, but triggers Sneaky Snacker. And I'm not interested in any of that happening. We did it. Okay, tight. I always respect this deck. Super cool. If I played Burn, it would probably look like this. And on to the final round.
We're a few rounds into the video. Thanks for sticking with me. Friendly reminder that if you're still here and having fun, smash that subscribe button. And if you want to play what I'm playing, you can use my affiliate link for TCG Player to support the channel while you shop for cards, and you can try any deck anytime with a cardhoarder.com loan account for Magic Online. All these links are in the video description below. Now back to the league.
I'm on the draw in the final round. Positive records locked. Playing for our bread and butter. I'm going to mulligan this one lander. I don't trust it. It's so close. With a second land, I would have kept it. I will keep this, recognizing that it doesn't have any card advantage in it, but it at least sets up pretty well. We're playing against Is It Something or Other. I'm going to lead on the red land rather than the blue one, because I'm not casting Podcast on turn 2, but I might have to Galv Blast something. Okay, nothing really happened. Found a Deadly Dispute. Now looking for a Bauble to start the chain. Galv Blast is on already. Found a Bauble to start the chain. I can beat a Spell Stutter Sprite. I cannot beat a Counter Spell. Lose focus. All right, yeah, that's fine. They're choosing to spend their mana to attack my development, which is probably correct. Augur of Bolas. They're going to look at the bottom 3 cards of their deck. Spell Pierce. Okay, they actually found a card. That's lucky. That's never happened before in the history of Magic. Mistvault Bridge, Thoughtcast. I can pay for it through the Spell Pierce. That was basically perfect. And now I'm going to pump my brakes and not jam any important cards into Spell Pierce. Ponder. There is the Admiral. The Monarch's been introduced. They did tap out to do it, though. Hope I can punish. I am going to blast the Admiral. I don't think I'm going to blast this Augur. All right, deck, deliver the goods. Another artifact land goes a long way. There it is. I could have played Mirror Enforcer without it, but now I get more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One short. Makeshift Munitions, unfortunately. Not an artifact. Or fortunately, depending on who you ask, what side of the match you're on. Them having the Monarch is concerning. A Scred just completely stabilizes here. And I will get buried quickly. I don't have eyes on a follow-up yet. Yep, there it goes. We know they have Spell Pierce. Another Bridge. I'm going to go for a Deadly Dispute. Like, actual counterspell on this is pretty good. I still draw 1 card. And Mirror Enforcer costs 1. Get in there, big fella. We did it. Spell Pierce is such a beating. Even if they Scred here, Reckoner's Bargain is not going to resolve. And I can't shove the Munitions. Ponder. They are on the deck that I would be playing if I had a real Pauper tournament. I just really enjoy the Is It or Dimir spells decks in this format, to the surprise of no one who's familiar with my work. Okay, I'm going to test their counterspells with Makeshift Munitions first, because I'd really like the Monarch. Okay, they countered that. That lets me try to Galv Blast and take the Monarch. Did we do it? Did they fall for my tricks? Or do they have the Scred? Those are the 2 outcomes here. Galvanic Discharge. Okay, that doesn't kill this on its own. They just charged 3 energy, probably for another discharge. And they sequenced it correctly, which is really annoying. Okay. It was a 2-for-1, but they get to keep the Monarch, which means they can afford a 2-for-1. Okay, back to work. And what I mean by they sequence it correctly is they could have dealt 3 damage with the first discharge and then played the second one to finish it off, but they just banked 3 energy instead. And that means that instead of having 0 energy, they have 3 in the bank at the end of the sequence. Okay, how do I want to do this? I think I want to start with Deadly Dispute, just in case I find a familiar. Did not find a familiar. Blood Fountain. Blood Fountain, get back to Enforcers. Enforcer, Enforcer. And I'm going to play an untapped land so I can bargain if I need to. That Lorien Revealed last turn from them was a really good way to spend a turn where we were chilling. B-Storm. Another impressive thing here about this deck's ability to spend mana is it's turn 9. I have all of these lands in play, and Spell Pierce is still live as hell. They use Ponder to shuffle the Brainstorm cards. They're looking for Screds or big creatures right now. That's a big creature. That qualifies. Monarch trigger. I'm not going to use my blood in the end step, even if I'd like to. Cast down. What a draw. Okay. I'm going to start with my blood token. Get rid of Silver Bluff Bridge. Deadly Dispute. Okay, cast down. This is going to cost me 4 mana just to see if they have a counterspell. Hope they don't. Tough crowd. Okay. I don't think I'm winning a game where I don't take the Monarch, so here I come. And my life total doesn't matter. My mana does. So I'm going to use Deadly Dispute on the blocked one and hope to find a blocker or removal spell for this terror. Brainstorm in response, they're digging for burn. And that taps them out of blue, which means that I can Reckoner's Bargain if they find the burn. They keep their terror, they keep the Monarch if all those things are true, but I do get to load up. All right. Well, not really what I wanted to happen this turn, but we are remaining competitive. Might not be competitive for much longer, though. Thoughtcast. Krark Clan Shaman. Oh, that's almost good. Yeah, I don't have any flyers, though. Yeah, and passing the turn at this point with no threat on the board, I wonder if it's reasonable to deck them. That might seem crazy to say, but they do play a finite number of threats, and I've played enough blue-based Monarch control strategies in Pauper to know that at some point having the Monarch becomes a liability. There's a Scred in the hand. They're at 28. A Chromatic Star. Land. I'm going to dispute away the star. I just gotta get some velocity here. Kenku Artificer. That does create a creature they can't kill. Alright, big Kenku, get in there. Counterspell works. I'm at 27 life. Oh, I have the Toxin Analysis plus Krark Clan Ironworks, or Krark Clan Shaman combo here as well. That can sweep up their stuff at some point. But they have Scred, which means they could kill my Shaman if I try to Toxin Analyze it. A bargain. I think I might as well play this out. Maybe we get something out of it, maybe we don't. I could also bargain away a treasure right now. I'm going to do that. Let's try to find something. Try to do anything here. Another bargain. Sure. Pass. They've used 3 counterspells already. And a lose focus. I can just sack 5 artifacts to wrath their board at will. And if they try to pick this off aggressively, I'll go for the analysis combo. End step, I'm going to bargain, sack the other treasure. That's a lot of lands. Ooh, okay. A real card. Let's have a look. What you got over there? They have an island. I'm going to attack with my Shaman. It's not blocking. Breath Weapon. Okay. That does kill everything except Tolarian Terror. Though I can finish off Tolarian Terror with Galv Blast. Okay. I'm going to Galv Blast Tolarian Terror in response to this. And see if they have a counterspell for that. Otherwise, I'm okay with this exchange. Alright, this is not a dragon. Yeah, just checking now that it's already happened. Okay. Oh, I should have sacked 1 artifact to finish off the Augur. Shit. Yeah, now they still have pressure. Whoops. And despite them having the Monarch since turn 4 of this 13-turn game, I'm still deeper in my deck than they are. They have the re-Monarch. 2 Monarchs. More importantly, they're attacking me with a 5/2 creature. Nihil Spellbomb, hell yeah. Right on time. I'm going to bomb them. And they've only played 1 Terror this game, so this might actually still be timely. Refurbished Familiar was my draw. Furbia. Discarded the Spell Pierce. Alright, we finally beat the Spell Pierce. What a long road it's been. One thing I would like to point out, though, which might be an error from my lack of familiarity playing this deck, or this archetype, is Makeshift Munitions would have dealt significantly more than 20 damage so far this game if I had resolved it, but I used it as bait to get a counterspell out of their hand really early, and maybe that was just really wrong. Like, I have 13 artifact lands in play, and they've killed at least 7 of my things this game. Okay, do you have your last counterspell? Because this is big. The Blood Fountain's in. Blood Fountain, pick up. I think I want Krark Clan Shaman and Refurbish Familiar. A Familiar first, then Shaman. Tapping a dual land when there's a untapped regular land. Just tight. 8 life. How many lightning bolts have we seen? 0, but we've seen 3 galvanic discharge and some Screds. How many burn spells could they possibly support? Okay, I don't think I want to use my toxin analysis yet, though it would force the Scred out of their hand. All right, I'll try it. Try to fish this out. Okay, Scred in response. In that case, second artifact, and I should take out the bolus this time. Yeah, that Scred, fishing out that Scred keeps my refurbished familiar on the board. Murmuring Mystic, probably going to lose to that very quickly. I'm going to use my blood while I can. Okay, yep, this one's dangerous. Ponder, they are in Metallic Rebuke range. Ponder shuffled, and they got back out of Rebuke range. Familiar, and 4/4. Scred in the end step, which beats Metallic Rebuke. I celebrated beating their Spell Pierce a few turns ago. This Rebuke is pretty embarrassing at this point. Lorien revealed. Okay, Fearless. Murmuring Mystic is not... They are not going to deck before this kills me. Preordain. Old Monastery Mentor. This also probably should not be common. I don't think it should be banned or anything, but it should not have been downshifted to common in the first place. Okay, I am just going to block, trying to absorb damage where I can. Because decking them is how I win this game, if I win this game, which I probably don't, but if there's a way, it involves just being alive long enough to deck them. Do I have any bargains left? 1, 2, 3, 4. No? Okay. But if they're going to just like wildly cantrip into their 9-card deck with the Monarch, it could happen. It can no longer happen. Mirror Enforcer, let's go. Okay, a hard-fought battle. They have 9 cards left in their deck. They're going to kill me easily from here. Still casting Lorien Reveals. They don't give a shit. 6 cards left in the deck. 5 cards left in the deck. They went top, bottom. Okay. 4 cards left in the deck, and they're looking at all but one of them, or all but 2 of them, and they know what one of them is. So whatever they're looking for, they've probably found it by now. And Scred, still after all that, beats the Metallic Rebuke. I was hoping that they had to go like low enough that I could rebuke a spell, chump, get another turn. But nope. Okay. What a battle. Red Blast come in. Cast Down comes in. I don't think I want the Toxin Analysis. Shave a Shaman. Probably shave 2 Shamans. This is the same conversation we had last time I played against this deck. Munitions, probably my best card. Maybe should have jockeyed a little harder around it that game. Okay, I'm going 0 Shaman. And I think Candy Trail is the worst of my baubles here. Yikes. This is almost great, but as it stands is pretty bad. I'm going to mulligan. This is the same hand, but worse. Straight to 5. Not how I wanted to do this one. Okay, I'll go to 5. Here we go. Keep, bottom, Galv Blast, and Cast Down. Red Blast is just a better cast down in this matchup. All their creatures are blue. Starting the game up 3 cards on me. When every card matters. I've got my bridge, end step Brainstorm. Might indicate Lorien Revealed, might indicate that they want to see cards and hold up Counterspell next turn. Okay, they brainstormed into a slow fetch land. Alright, I'll take a bridge. I like that. This would stink if it gets spell pierced, kind of. Alright, there it goes. That was as good as that could go for them. I could have waited a turn to hold up Red Blast. Maybe I'm supposed to do that, actually. Okay, I guess I will summon this thing with Red Blast to protect it. End step Brainstorm, go nuts. Scred just clears this cleanly. Lorien Revealed gets the 4th Snowland. I have now moved forward on an important other metric of the game, which is clock. I was behind all of last game. I'm now ahead. If this goes a million turns again, which it probably will, that is something to keep track of. Okay, I have double Red Blast to try to survive longer. Gorilla Shaman, tilt, has a target. I'll float a red. Hey, here's that boy. I will fight over this. 2 for 1, 2 for 1. Winning the race, winning the race. Discarded the backup Gorilla Shaman. No thanks, not trading. It would cost 9 mana for them to kill this thing. Okay, I've successfully untapped into my Red Blast and drew another familiar. This is pretty nice, actually. If there's a way to nickel and dime back in from being down 3 cards, it's this. Annul. Opponent came to game. I am going to fight over this, even though there is a reasonable argument to save the Red Blast for a Terror or a Mystic, which is the thing that actually kills me. I'm kind of feeling it, though. Lose focus, okay. And Scred. Okay, 2 cards left over there. If they slam one of their win cons here, I'm probably dead. If they don't, we are in a game. Shit. Well, maybe. Shit. I mean, I get the Monarch, but to what end? And I can't play this because Gorilla has me locked. Removal spell? Deadly Dispute. I don't hate Deadly Dispute. Yeah, there's this stupid thing about the Monarch where you can't just trade it back and forth if your creatures are big enough. Up to 3 cards in hand now. This is a dangerous number. Ooh, Rebuke. Rebuke's not bad. Okay, we're in there. Damage done. I can just dispute away this land that's going to die anyway immediately. I'm going to do that. That does put the treasure out there to die immediately instead. But if I find a creature like this one, who I could protect with Red Elemental Blast, and Metallic Rebuke if it resolves, that was actually really big. Huge turn. Okay, they're destroying my treasure. I will, in response, destroy the Azure Fleet idiot. And I can counter a counter spell. I could pay for a Spell Pierce. They would need something like Hydroblast to win this counter war. Okay. I am stable, perhaps even ahead right now. But they have so much mana that this Rebuke won't hold forever. Interesting. If I Rebuke, I lose the Monarch, but I don't really want them to draw 3 cards either. This is like letting them draw 1 card instead of drawing 3. Shit. Or they just do both. Fine. They are still losing the damage race, though, and I can take the Monarch right back. Blood Fountain. I have 1, 2 dead creatures. A Chromatic Star. Blood Fountain. The Blood Token will die basically immediately, unless I use it. Chromatic Star, make black. Blood Token, cash this out. Reckoner's Bargain, not the best. I'm leaving back the 4/4 in an attempt to hold the Monarchy for a turn, which might be a fool's errand, but I'm still going to try. They have to spend 3 mana to kill Blood Fountain this turn. I don't think they can afford for me to regain my stuff. That Lorien Revealed was really bad for me, though. They have plenty of mana. They're just going to kill this Blood Fountain, and then it's pretty much over. Yep. Solarian Terror. That one's really good. Yuck. All right. It's over. Hardlocked by Gorilla Shaman again. Well, I can kill Tolarian Terror, at least. And then go back into the holding, wasting time pattern. I would like to concede here, but for content and thoroughness, I will play it out. I think I wasn't thinking about how easy it would be to kill the Blood Fountain with Gorilla Shaman. Obviously, I was aware of the Blood Token. I said it immediately, but with this much mana, if I hold the Blood Fountain for a turn and then have 5 mana all at once to cash it in for the full creature spread, that's probably a better game for me. Something's happening in my upkeep. Wow, exiling that. Chill. All right, well, I don't have red mana either way, but I can have 2 cards in my hand. Opponent brought the hate. They've got a Null. They've got Cast Into the Fire. Nihil Spellbomb. I actually like that. Really good. I'm going to play out the Vault to get around Spell Pierce, even though it doesn't really get around Spell Pierce. Oh, that's important. They bomb you immediately. Turn off the terrors. Draw a card. Another Spellbomb. All right. I will pass, lose another Black Source. Goodbye. They're in for 1. Played another land. Monarch trigger. Wellspring. Don't hate that. This might be worth a counterspell if they have it. Vault of Whispers. Fuck off. Okay. I guess I'll play it out because I could bargain it. Okay, Spell Pierce got me. I was going to play around that till I drew the artifact land. Maybe I'm just supposed to play around it anyway. Preordain went top bottom. Blood Fountain. That's big. I'll spell bomb. Gonna bomb them again. I'd love a red source so I can play the game. We did it. I'm not going to play out the Blood Fountain this time. I'll wait till I have 5 mana, do it all at once. Actually get some creatures out of it. They can't just cast Tolarian Terrors at this point. They don't need cost reduction. Still playing Drago, though. Ooh. Familiar. Counterspell. Munitions, question mark? Big moves? Big moves? Sad. That definitely would have won the game. Okay, pass the turn. That's 2 counterspells gone. Blood Fountain in my hand. I mentioned earlier that it would take 9 mana to kill a refurbished familiar, but they are there. Gorilla Shaman can just straight up kill. Oh, it's not creature artifact. Never mind. No, it can't. Eat shit, Gorilla Shaman. Okay, they had a null for that one. I got another one. I try to send it again next turn. They got 16 cards left in their deck. Shuffled the Ponder. Multiple annuls. They are serious. And there's a Terror with me, now dead on board. Mirror Enforcer. Okay. Do you have another counterspell? GG. All right, I'm not going to try to play through this now. A positive record with Grixis Affinity. Split the difference versus Jund Broodescale combo. Feel okay about that. Split the difference versus blue Terror decks. Feel okay about that. This deck's obviously powerful. The flex slots of like how many cast downs, how many Quark-Clad Shamans you play in the main, the Toxin analysis, the 1 Rebuke, 1 Kenku, 1 Munitions. I just pulled a list from MTG Goldfish. Like, I don't know. I don't have strong opinions about the bauble spread. Like 1 star, 2 Spellbomb, 1 Candy Trail. I don't know. There's room to mess with this shell, that's for sure. Again, I don't even know how healthy the Pauper metagame is. This deck might be banned by the time you watch this video, or some of my opponent's decks may be banned. I don't know. I hope not, but did what I could to record something in a time of uncertainty. Thank you all for watching. Stefan, thank you for asking me to play some Pauper. I like the opportunity to do that. Just haven't had the ability in a while. Everybody, like, comment, subscribe. Check out the Patreon. I'll see you next time.